Hey everyone, my name is Rachel and today I'm going to talk to you about how much rabbits cost. So maybe you've heard, but rabbits can be pretty expensive, but also there's a really big range on how much you could be spending on your rabbit. So you could be on the pretty cheap range or the really expensive range depending on your situation. So I just want to mention that these are just estimates. Stay up to date with our latest rabbit care videos and to just see a cute bunny, make sure to subscribe to our channel by pressing that red button down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's see how much rabbits cost. So I want to mention really quick that in this video we're going to be discussing things that I think are essential. So these are just some ballpark estimates about the bare necessities that you would be spending if you have a rabbit. One way to save money on these ongoing costs is to buy bulk. If you're not buying bulk, then you could be wasting a lot of money. So if you can't buy bulk, save up the money before you get a rabbit to start off with buying bulk. That's what I would recommend to you. You're going to save a lot of money doing so. If you want to find out more ways that you can save money or just items that you might be wasting money on, make sure you check out this video that I'm going to link down below. I made it on rabbit items that you're wasting money on. So hopefully that could help you bring down your cost and kind of see different things that you can cut costs on. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about are one-time costs. So of course, the first one-time cost that you're going to have is your rabbit. So that could be free if you're getting it from a friend or somebody who's trying to rehome their rabbit, or it could be upwards of $300. There's some people who spend a lot of money on certain rabbits that they buy from specific breeders and they can be really expensive. I got Milo for $25, so that was pretty good, but you can definitely, depending on where you live, it can be a lot more expensive. It's always a good idea to check out your local rabbit rescue, then you won't have to pay money for your neuter or your spay, and that's really, really helpful. Speaking of neuters and spays, that's also something that you're gonna have to spend money on. I would say probably about $100 to $500 you could spend on a spay or neuter. Now obviously those are just estimates. I think I'm going to be spending about $250. The next thing that you're going to be spending money on is a cage. So personally for me, his cage is $35, which is a super good deal. I got him an X pen from Chewy.com and I will make sure I link that down below. You gotta check it out. It's a really, really good option for a cheap cage that works really well. Now you could also be spending on the higher end of the spectrum, maybe $200 on a cage, whether you're doing a DIY cage or you're buying one of those fancy cages, which can be even more than $200. The next thing that you're going to be spending money on is fleece, and that's just for the bedding. As long as your rabbit doesn't eat it, you could be using something else, but personally I use fleece, and I would say that I spent about $25 on fleece because I went to Joann Fabrics and bought the different things. So I think your estimate would probably be from free to just fleeces that you might already have that people aren't using to $25 if you're going and buying a bunch of different fleeces. The next thing is a first aid kit. So if you want to see what's in my first aid kit, I will make sure to link that video down below and put it in the I button up there if you would like to see it. I share what I have in my first aid kit. Now this just depends on what you have in your medicine cabinet. It also depends on what you have in your first aid kit, of course. So personally for me, I would say that I spent about $40 on my first aid kit, and I would say that you will probably be spending between $15 and $50. The next expense that you're going to have is your food and water dishes. So obviously these are essential. You could get them really cheap for $2 at Goodwill, or you could spend $20 on expensive food dishes. It just depends on what you're doing. Personally, I use food dishes from Goodwill that total to $2, which is super good. The next thing that you're gonna have to spend money on is a litter box. So this could be free from using a cardboard box. Probably not gonna last very long, or you could go and buy a cat litter box or a rabbit litter box. Personally, for me, I spent about $15. I would say that you're gonna be spending either free, where it's the cardboard box, or to about $20, just depending on your situation. So obviously a lot of these estimates you can see just depends on your situation. I kind of gave you a little bit of an idea and I hope that helped. First time costs, the estimates that I have, if you total that up, it could be between $55 and $515. So obviously that is a huge range and it just totally depends on your situation. The next thing that I'm going to mention is ongoing costs. Your first ongoing cost is going to be pellets. If you don't know, rabbits eat pellets, but they also eat hay, which we'll be getting to later. And depending on what kind of pellet you buy, as well as if you're buying it in bulk, those kinds of things, I would say that you'd be spending between $5 and $15 a month. Personally, I spend about $6 a month because I buy a big thing of Oxbow Essentials from Chewy.com, which is about $30 for a 25-pound bag, which is a really good deal. So I buy that originally and then I don't really have to keep buying it, which is really helpful. So I spend about $6 if you even that out. The next thing that you're going to be spending money on is hay. So this could be anywhere from cents if you buy a big bale of hay from your local farmer and maybe it's $2 or $3 and that lasts months, then it could be anywhere from cents, almost free, to $15 a month if you're buying stuff in the pet store. Personally, I buy the Small Pet Select orchard grass, which Milo loves, and I would say that equals to about $10 a month if you divide it. I think I bought the 25-pound box, but I will be buying a bigger box if I can accommodate the space for it. The next thing that you're going to be spending money on are veggies. So you could be spending anywhere from no money if your family already is eating veggies and it's not a big deal, or up to $20 a month, just depending on where you live. I would say that I spend about $10 a month. I just go and buy his weekly veggies each week, and it just evens out. My mom also eats those, so it just works out. It's not too expensive. The next thing that you're going to be spending money on, which I know I mentioned, this isn't quite an essential, but a lot of people use this, so I wanted to include it, are treats. So this could be free from, you know, just giving your bunny some of your banana, or it could be probably about $5 a month, maybe $10 a month, just depending on what kind of treats you're buying. Obviously, that is a really big range. There's some more pricey treats and some cheaper treats. So personally, I would say that I probably, if you divided everything out, probably spent about $3 a month, but I don't give him too many treats, so that's why it's pretty low. But it's really not a big cost. You don't really have to worry about that, in my opinion. The next thing you're going to be spending money on is litter, and I would say that could be anywhere from $2 a month to $20 a month. So personally, I use the horse stall bedding from Tractor Supply. If you'd like to know more about litter, I did make a video on that, so that can kind of help you make your decision on what litter would be best for you. But I spend about $3 a month, so I would say on your ongoing cost, it could be anywhere from $7 a month to $85 a month. Once again, that's a huge range. It all depends on your situation, so you might be spending a lot less or a lot more than that. So I hope this video kind of gave you a little more information about how much rabbits can cost. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you like more videos like this and would like to see more videos about rabbit care or just see a cute bunny, make sure to subscribe to our channel by pressing that red button down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.